this one right here is doing, it must have been one of the first to bloom. It's doing what it does. It droops. I'm going to wait a couple days to come out before we actually talk about them. You see it has a gray head and droops. And there's another one. This one's drooping, and it will be so showy. Look, see, this one's not drooping all the way. It hasn't opened up all the way. Same here with this one. But they will droop after a day or so. I'm out here in the early morning hours because it's become so humid out that I don't want to stand out here with the bugs and record and be so hot and uncomfortable that I can't think. You see, I have a whole bunch more of these that are blooming. So let's talk about the Grayhead Prairie Coneflower. In the afternoon sun, these look fabulous, and they bloom for months. So the scientific name is Ratibida pinnata. Ratibida pinnata. And the common names are Grayhead Prairie Coneflower, which is what I often think of this, and it's often called the Drooping Coneflower. And you can see why, because the petals are drooping, and I think of that sometimes too. But it's also called the gray-headed Mexican hat. It does look like a Mexican hat. It's also got some synonyms, and I didn't look up the pronunciations. It's like La Pacus pinnata or Redbukia pinnata. It's in the Asteraceae, or the daisy or the sunflower family. So the name pinnata is attributable to the pinnately leaves. So pinnately means that the leaf is divided into smaller leaflets along each side of the stalk. So it has nothing to do with the flowers. It has something to do with the way the leaves are. So we have this that comes out like this, and then there's another one over here. So these have almost like palm-like leaves coming out each side. That's totally unique. I call them palm-like, but this is calling them leaflets. So it has little leaflets out the side. And of course, as we said, Mexican hat is because of the cone being elongated and resembling the crown of a sombrero. Now this plant is tall. That's why I have it back here. I tend to put all my tall plants back here. And you can see it says it's 3 to 5 feet high, and I am 5 feet 3. And yeah, I think let's see, this is about 5'3", so it is about 5 feet tall. Well, this is interesting. If you crush the disc heads, the gray-brown cone part at the top of the flowers, it smells like anise, which is black licorice aroma. That's interesting. Let's see, it has 6 ray petals drooping down from the ellipsoid. Okay, let's count leaves, or petals. I do believe there's more than 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops, let me count again. I'm going to start with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So one had 8 and one had 9. Let's try again. I'm going to start with this one up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it says there's 1 to 12 flowers on each stalk, but 1 flower per stem, branching off the stalks. And the stems have hairs. Separated off this stem, and then it divides further. It divides into 2, and then I have 1, 2 here, and 1, 2 there. This stem has 3. This one, let's see, it has 1. See, this makes no sense because it has 1 over here, but look, there's a tiny one coming out here. This thing blooms for months, so that's 2 on there. 3, 4, 5. I think they just keep coming out, and if I deadhead them, they come out some more. So this plant is a native plant of Missouri and grows in prairies, woods, and along roads and railroad tracks. Now, I did get this plant from the Missouri Conservation Center. Several years ago, I walked by him and there was a guy cutting them back and literally digging them up out of the ground and throwing them in a big cart. And I said, can I have some of those from the cart? And I got these. The plant loves the sun and is drought tolerant. And goldfinch are attracted to this flower. And it makes me smile because the color of the flower matches the color of the bird. And as I said, I cut the flowers back. But it's good to go ahead and catch them before they go to seed. Otherwise, they will really spread unless you really want that. Unless you have a place for it out of your regular, small, rural, not rural, municipal garden. I have a city garden and only have so much space. As I said, this will bloom and bloom and bloom. And I have a tall phlox here that is going to start blooming any day now, and they look great together.